Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The one and only Sydney Sweeney joins us. Sydney, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Tom Hanks and Robin Wright in my favorite movie of the year. Guys, thanks so much for joining the show.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
One of my all-time favorites, Vince Vaughn, joins us right now. Vince, thanks, man.
Oh, great to be with you, Brad, and great to be talking to Houston. Good morning to you.
We got Owen Wilson. We got Judy Greer. Thanks for joining the show, guys.
Thank you.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
We got Anna Sawai joining the show. Anna, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Brad.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What looking to talk to me funny, lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Paris Hilton, the infinite icon herself, is on the show. Paris, love the film.
Thank you. I'm so proud of it.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Well, we are going to be talking today about the Hunchback of Notre Dame because it is coming here to Houston, and I cannot wait to talk all about it with my guest at this time. She is Miss Jacquelyne Paige. Jacquelyne, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on this show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited.
Okay, talk to me, because look, growing up, I'm a Disney kid. I can't lie, right?
Okay.
I mean, Hunchback was in the rotation in the white shell VHS tapes, right? You had them too. Aladdin, Lion King. We had a nice rotation going at the time. What was your relationship though to the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Prior to your being a part of the show.
Yeah, honestly, pretty similar. I was a Disney kid growing up, the VHS, all of it. So, yeah, really just watching the movie every now and again. It was definitely in the rotation. But to be honest, it really wasn't one of my true Disney movies. So I was familiar with it, but now being in the show, I'm very familiar with the Notre Dame world.
Well, again, I think it's kind of one of the stories. I don't want to say that it's slept on or it's under the radar because it's not. I mean, people know this story, obviously. But to me, I think you get the Aladdins and the Lion Kings were the ones that people gravitated to maybe the most. And this is such an amazing story, really, when you think about what the story stands for. How did you get involved with this production?
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to work at Houston Broadway Theatre the previous year with American Psycho.
Such a good show.
It was an amazing experience. So when I saw that they were holding auditions for The Hunchback, I did a little research on the show and I did what I could in the audition room, and I'm so happy that they had me back. So yeah, it's just been really great, and getting to really dive into this show has kind of opened up new doors into what it represents, and it's even bigger than just the Disney story too, which has been really great as well.
Well, let's talk about the audition process just in general with this title or with any of them, that you've done before, because I think that the audition is an art all in itself. Right. I mean, it is just as much you got to kind of come with a game plan as actually doing the show itself. So what's your audition process? I'm reading through, I'm trying to understand the vibe or what is it?
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends on, what the show is and what the role you're going for is. I was lucky enough to have already had a bit of a relationship with the creative team from previous years, but if I didn't have that, I would approach it the same way as, doing the work, which is crafting something. It's just you're presenting to the room potential, not perfection. And what it really comes down to is, can you tell a story? And are you someone that they want to work with for 7 weeks, 8 weeks? It's not necessarily always, are you the most talented person in the room, or did you get it exactly how they wanted to? They're more so interested in, can she tell a story? Can she take direction? is she what we're looking for? Because 9 times out of 10, when you don't get an audition, it's like, you weren't tall enough, or you didn't have red hair, or something that's completely out of your control, you know? So you just do the work and be yourself, honestly, and hope that it works out.
Well, because I think that, especially like post-pandemic world, so many things for
Go for it.
on-camera actors especially have been, self-tapes or things like that. Obviously, it's probably maybe
Yeah.
different. I don't know really if it's different for a stage performer, but, I think that the art of the audition, again, like you're selling yourself. Oh, like you said, if I'm doing a film, I want to know that I can hang out with this person for 3, 4, 5 months and we're going to get
Absolutely.
along and it's not going to be constant headaches. And I feel like
Right.
that's like a whole thing you got to master on your own.
It's a whole nother art, like being able to take direction and being able to work in a collaborative space. I will say too, with the self-tape aspect of it all, it's completely changed the audition process, where now actors, more so now that we're kind of, post pandemic, but there was an art to the self-tape approach too. Like a lot of theater actors had to kind of get into a TV film headspace for these auditions. So, yeah, you just have to be multifaceted at this point now. Like the industry is constantly changing. So,
Well,
yeah.
because and I think you're right. I mean, because I used to think about it like the self tape took an element of the selling yourself in the room out of it, but then it also you could finesse that in a different way.
Oh
Being on
yeah, you can
tape.
take as many takes as you want. Make sure you get just the right one. The lighting's perfect. But I will say I prefer to be in the room. I think there is definitely pros to the self-tape aspect of it all, but when you walk into the room and you actually are with the creative team, they get more of a sense of your essence and who you are. It's a little harder to convey I found, like, to translate through the camera. But then again, that's the whole TV film aspect of working that kind of an approach.
Yeah,
So,
no, I mean, I completely agree. Of just like Marshall McLuhan was a guy who would talk about media, and he said that the medium is the message, right? So
sure.
we have to
Yeah,
change within whatever the rules are of the time, how we can get that
absolutely.
message out.
And I think now, even with like streaming services and TikTok, like it's the industry is constantly changing and how you approach it too. So,
Oh, I know. I
yeah.
had somebody tell me the other day, like, "Oh, I'm really into this vertical," and I go, "What's
Yeah,
a
the vertical
vertical?"
shorts. Yeah, that's a whole new outlet too to discover and tap into. Yeah.
Well, let's go back to the essence though, because the essence of acting is
Yeah.
doing it on the stage. I remember the first show that I saw in the theater. I still think about it all the time, and to me, I got such a love and appreciation for that particular form of acting and that art. What was it for you? Where was the origination point? Was it a show? Was it a movie? Where did the bug start?
My mom always says I came out singing and dancing and wanting to entertain people, but I'll never forget, we were driving in the car to go to some family function, and they were talking about Little Orphan Annie, and I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, oh, Annie, like she sings songs. And I was like, what? And then I watched the movie Annie for the first time, and I was like, wait, you can like sing and dance on TV and like do this? And I completely fell in love. And so since then, like just always in dance classes, acting, singing. But another really big one, my first Broadway show that I ever saw with my family was The Little Mermaid,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was my favorite Disney princess, Ariel. So that was a whole nother like, oh my goodness, Broadway, this is it.
Well, what I love about Broadway, the live theater,
Mm,
is, I mean, it's the ultimate high wire act, right? I
mm,
mean,
mhm.
you have so many moving pieces, the sound cues, the music cues, the costume changes,
Yeah.
you're hitting your marks, knowing where you are in the set and the story, and getting the one chance. We get
Right.
one chance here. And I know
Hmm.
like no one show is exactly the same as the other. There's small things that change or what have you, and
Sure.
you let it breathe and live. But that
Yeah.
tight wire act as a performer has to be both nerve-wracking and exhilarating and be like, this is why
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering if, like, before you walk out on stage, you're thinking, "Why am I doing this?" And then at the end of the night, you're like, "This is exactly why I'm doing this."
Honestly, yes. And it's funny you say that too, because I always say like there are three different shows going on. There's the show that's happening on stage, and then there's the show that's happening behind the scenes with everyone pulling things and props are moving and costumes are changing, and then the stage manager's calling. So Yeah, you have like that. I always feel like I'm the most nervous when the curtain is down and you're like backstage and you're like, okay, like, and then I have to get to this spot. And then when the curtain's up, you just kind of like hone in and it's just like, it's just a dance, you know? And it's just, you kind of get into a flow state. Of course, there are things like that slightly different every show. And you're like, oh, that wasn't supposed to be there, but we're going to make it work. And it's just, you just kind of have to be in the present moment and in that flow state, which is really nice.
Well, and again, to be able to do a show like the one that you're doing with the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I mean, God, in American Psycho, like you talked about, like these great titles that people know the story of, but able to see them adapted to the stage and kind of bring it into like a new world and in a different thing. You said that when you started doing this, you looked at the story of the Hunchback differently. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, so, our incredible director, Joe Calarco, he really we're calling this production Not Your Mother's Hunchback. He really wanted to strip away as much as possible the Disney of it all and really approach it as like what the story is. It's 1482 France. These people have worked really, really hard lives. And to Disney's credit, it is one of the darker Disney stories.
Yeah.
So he really wanted to lean into that and bring that to the forefront and present this idea, which is one of the lines in the show that's kind of become our through line throughout, is what makes a monster and what makes a man. So less, flashy Disney, everyone's smiling, and it's these people have worked really hard lives, and what is that? What makes a monster versus what makes a man in this world? Which I think is also really of the time that we're currently in too. So
no, yeah. Wow, that's actually really like it's fun to look at it through that prism. And then I wonder, as an actor, do you get the stage play, the script, and do you start making do you notate in the columns of like, this is how I do this, or this is what this means, or
I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's the original novel too, which we look back to for a resource as well. And, with this approach, Joe really wanted us to less like we're, doing the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but more like we are a traveling group of storytellers and we're telling this story. So in this production, we're playing all the parts. So one moment I'm narrating what's happening, and then all of a sudden I turn into a gypsy. And then the next moment I'm becoming a soldier or a statue. So, my script looks like, okay, this line I'm a gypsy, and then this line I have to turn into a soldier, and then this line I have to pick up this piece of and it's just like constant. It's like a whole nother dance, essentially, the script and everything. Yeah, it's truly been such a thrilling process and such a nice challenge as an actor where, in other shows, you're one role and you're that role throughout the entire process. Whereas this journey, it's like, it's so like this, and we're different parts, and sometimes we become the machine that actually makes the story and the set move, and it's been thrilling. So my script is covered in notes and pencils and highlighting and arrows, and and I'm also the dance captain, so I have to okay, this person's going over here and doing this choreo, and that person's doing this. So my script is just pencil markings and erasings. So
well, being the dance captain, talk about that kind of challenge as well. That's a whole nother layer that I think people sometimes don't understand fully. The layman, watching the show, all the moving pieces that a dance captain would have to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a challenge, but it's exciting for me. The main way that I like to look at it is once the creative team leaves, after the show is set and we're officially open, it's my job as the dance captain to maintain the integrity of the show. That also includes if there's a traffic issue with choreo, then that's my responsibility to figure it out. And, when we have understudy rehearsals or an emergency put in for someone, it's my job to run that rehearsal to make sure that everyone is where they need to be for safety reasons, one, and two, to maintain the integrity of the show that we created and set. And, it's more so for consistency. But it's been a great challenge. So while I have to, learn my track and also the track that I am understudying, I have to make sure to kind of know everyone else's track and where they need to be, so that if someone's wrong, I can be like, hey, you have to be on number 7, not number 10, okay? So yeah, it's been a nice challenge for sure.
It's a constant juggle, though. It's a constant juggle.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So I mean, okay, like, so when the curtain closes and the show's over for the night,
Mm-hmm.
is it an overwhelming sense of relief, or are you so jazzed up from pulling it off again, it's
Yeah.
hard to kind of settle down?
I would say 9 times out of 10, it's a little hard to settle down. You're just like so hot on adrenaline still. And because our days kind of get shifted to, later in the day, we'll have you have a coffee at 4 p.m. So you're still buzzing by the time you're warmed up and you do the show, and then it's 11 and you're starving and you want to eat. So for me, it takes a second to wind down. But then there are some days where you have 2 show days and you're like, all right, I got to keep it going. I got to keep the momentum going. I got to do it all over again kind of thing. But then if it's a Sunday night and it's technically our Friday night, we'll go out dancing. This cast, we like to dance. We like to go out and have a little, groovy moment.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking about the Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's going to be at the Wortham Center playing June 16th through July 5th. A 3-week engagement. Tickets are available at HoustonBroadwayTheatre.org. We're talking to Jacquelyne. Jacquelyne, now, for me, I love movies. I love film. I love theater. I would try to get out to New York a couple times a year just to go see something on Broadway proper. And I've seen so many amazing shows. You talked about a couple that you've seen in a movie that inspired you, but what is your one like go-to all-time movie or show, or Broadway show that really you're like, this is the one? Like for me, it's Chicago. I love Chicago.
Oh, great answer.
I love
Yeah,
Chicago.
yeah.
Billy Flynn, and I mean, I've seen so many people take on Roxy, and it's been an amazing show. So, do you have one in particular that stands out to you?
Oh man, I mean, there's shows that I love, and I'll have like a favorite show that I've seen, and then I'll have like a dream show.
Well, what are they?
I would say my favorite show overall, just like love to listen to, is Miss Saigon. I love like the grand orchestra and the music and the love story. It's just everything is like at a level 10 always. My favorite show that I've ever seen was The Color Purple. I was lucky to see it with Cynthia Erivo, the revival. It was undeniable.
Yeah.
And a dream show for me would be Hamilton.
You want to do Hamilton?
That choreo and just that story, the movement quality is so up my alley. I would really love to be a part of that one day, for sure. For sure.
Well, Lin-Manuel, I mean, come on. He's just he's just phenomenal. I mean, we're talking about lyrics, because I love a theater show where, I mean, look, all musicals and the lyrics of them, they all propel the story. His, though, I think being in the way that they are, being in more, they're more rap than they are kind of a traditional musical, they really propel the story in a different way.
Absolutely. And, something else that has also kind of fueled my love for Hamilton is our incredible choreographer and assistant director is Hope. She was in the original Hamilton cast on Broadway. She's in the Disney film, so she's always talking about it. And I'm like, I want to do it. But yeah, absolutely. Like the story, just the lyrics move, and it's just like a moving wheel. It just doesn't stop turning. And honestly, I feel the same way about this show, Hunchback, because we, the ensemble, we, the cast, are constantly moving the story forward, whether it's with the lyrics or, we are moving the set piece into a whole nother scene. We're becoming the story. It's just that constant ball like rolling. It's really exciting.
Oh man, well, I cannot wait to see it in person myself.
I'm so excited for you to see it. I think
this is one that I cannot miss out on.
Yeah.
Again, it's coming to the Wortham Center. Jacquelyne Paige. Jacquelyne, you've been great. Congratulations on all your success. Congratulations on the art of the audition. We've got it figured out. We're doing the Hunchback. We did American Psycho. Hamilton is. We see it. We see it.
That's right.
We're getting there. We're on our way to it. And
That's right.
But we're going to see you first in Houston for the Hunchback. And I do appreciate you taking the time, and congrats again on all your success.
Yes, thanks so much. Nice meeting you.